Hi again guys, back with another unboxing as you can see from the title. This bunch of puzzles have come from eBay. I bought them, they are used. There's a bunch in here that are going to be kind of duplicates of what I already have, so I'm actually going to be selling some of these puzzles back again on eBay, but they came as a job lot, so I didn't want to miss out on some of the puzzles that are in here that I want to add to my collection. Those that I don't want, as I said, I'll post on eBay, and there'll be a link in the description to the auctions. So let's see if we can get in here. It's well taped up, I'm not entirely sure where the seams are because it's got several boxes taped together, so it seems easier just to cut through the cardboard, to be honest. It's quite a sizable box, so obviously there's quite a few things in here. There we go. Okay then, I will just zoom the camera up a little bit so you can see each puzzle a little bit better, and then we'll get right to it. Alright then, so first thing out of the box is, well, a bunch of packaging. Next we've got okay, it's a bit scratched here, but it's a Rubik's Globe, Rubik's World. I'm not sure which one it's called. I think it's World. It's basically a 3x3 ball shape mod. Interesting little puzzle. Nothing exciting or revolutionary, but made by Rubiks and has a little bit of collector's value, I think. But yeah, nice little puzzle. It's not fabulous condition, but it's okay. It's obviously been well used, but it's not been horrendously abused or anything like that, I don't think, so yeah, that's good. And the next one is this, which just looks like a little cheap junk Rubik cube, to be honest. Dollar store cube, not really worth anything, got no real value, and looks horrible with these circular stickers on it. I haven't really got a lot else to say about that one, to be honest. Now this is one I definitely wanted. You can see all of these are scrambled, so they're coming from someone who can't really solve them by the looks of it. I had one of these back in the 80s when they first came out, and really enjoyed solving it. I wish I'd still kept that one, to be honest, but like all my puzzles that I had back then, they've gone their way somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but yeah, I wanted to add one of these missing links to my collection for quite some time, and so yeah, I finally got one in this batch. Not too difficult to solve, kind of like the Whippet puzzle, but slightly harder because there is a little bit of positioning specified by the shape of the pieces. You have to put these semicircular pieces on the ends and the linked chain parts in the centre, so just adds a little bit more to the solve, but yeah, it's not terribly difficult, but a fun little puzzle that I wanted to have in my collection. And next is, a 1x1x1, but with 3 sides stickered the same. Okay, I've already got a little 1x1, and this is obviously come from a 2x2 by the looks of it, actually, this piece. I've already got one that's the size of a cubie from a 3x3, so I've got no real reason for this one, but yeah, I'll see if someone wants to buy it when I put them up for sale. A Rubik stand. And I know what that is, but the box has come apart in there, so we'll get back to that later. And this is, now it's kind of like the Babylon Tower. It's very similar to this missing link I've just unboxed. I don't know which colours go where at the moment, but yeah, it's not going to be too difficult. It's very similar to the Whippet. The interesting thing about this is one piece has got 5 slots. I presume that's the one where the kind of extra slot to move things about comes from, and there's 4 of every colour presumably. Yeah, not terribly difficult, but a fun little thing to have in the collection. Next is, what on earth is this thing? I have no idea what this is. Never seen this before, I don't think. It kind of looks like one of those, that's quite cool, it turns into a cube. It looks a bit like one of those things that used to change shape with a star in the centre. I'm not explaining that very well, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I've no idea what this is. If anybody can tell me, I'd be very grateful to know. I presume it's just meant to make a little shape out of, like that. Other than that, I have no idea. but it's not really a puzzle, not difficult. I don't think it's more of a toy than a puzzle, that one, I think. But yeah, it looks quite cool. And here's a Rubik's snake. It is actually made by Rubiks. It's got the Rubiks logo on there at least. So, although it actually says Magic Rubiks on there, but oh well. Let's see if I can quickly remember how to make these into a ball. It's a long time since I've played with one of these, but let's see if I can still do it. Just out of curiosity, I think it was about 1986 the last time I had held one of these things. Right, let's see. Looks promising. Yeah, there we go. Oops, sorry about that. So we should, there it is as a ball. I'm quite happy that I remember that actually after all these years actually. Yeah, it's quite cool. I'd probably keep this just for pure collection value, which it's not exactly a difficult puzzle. It's more as a toy than a puzzle again, to be honest. Oh, and then this is one I definitely wanted to add. Oh, that's a shame. There's a sticker missing from that. That's disappointing. I'm sure I can get some replacement stickers for it. I'll have to figure out which colour it is first. I could probably make one of my own since it's just the one really, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing. It annoys me when people don't mention that in auctions, it really does. But yeah, I wanted a ball puzzle. Again, it's just a shape mod of a Rubik's Cube. It's not difficult to solve or anything. But again, I had one of these back in the 80s, so it's more kind of sentimental value that I wanted another one of these in my collection again. Alright, so next is an octagonal barrel. The stickers are a little bit dirty here on the white side, and not very well placed at all actually, but it does kind of look like and feels like a genuine Rubik's one. Whether it is or not, I don't know if it's possible to tell, but yeah, I've already got one of these in my collection, so this will be one of the puzzles that's for sale. Oh, something's just come out of a box. I think it was that one. It's a Rubik's Cube in a box. I can't find the base. Yep, there we go. That's cool. So it's a genuine Rubik's Cube. I may well keep this. I think there's actually a few of them in here. The box is very dirty actually. That's quite disgusting in fact. But the cube looks quite good. And I may well probably keep this because it'd be nice to have an actual Rubik's Cube in my collection, which I haven't got at the moment. This actually feels not too bad by Rubik's Cube standards. It's quite easy to turn. I've no idea what year this is from or anything like that, how old it is, whether it's one from the 80s or a more recent one. I've no idea how you even go about telling. If anybody can tell by the logo that's on there or anything, please do feel free to let me know, because I would be very interested to know. Let's see, it seems to have the standard, what we call standard colour scheme on it, so yeah, and that one's in good condition, so that's nice. Ah, yes, and this is one I definitely wanted for the collection. It's an old 2x2x3 domino. You can see that it's become quite discoloured as well, obviously through age. It works exactly the same as I think I said 2x2x3 just then. I actually meant obviously 3x3x2. It works the same, but it's got these. This is why they're called Dominos, because they've got these domino spots on them on the original versions. You've probably heard the 3x3x2 called a domino. You might not know exactly why it was. This is why it is, because these original versions were like this. They didn't have coloured stickers on them. So this is one I've wanted to add to the collection for quite some time as well. It's not one that's terribly difficult to solve or anything, but yeah, it's going to be fun to have in there. I'm definitely happy about this one. This is definitely one of the ones out of this order that interested me the most, along with the missing link. And a couple of others that are still to come out of the box. And here's one of them. Now this is interesting because I think there might be more missing. I'm not sure about that, but it's The very first twisty puzzle I ever owned back in about 1980 was a Whippet. Now this is a 4-layer version. The one I had was 3-layer. I'm going to have to count up the pieces. I'm curious to see. I don't know what goes where. I don't know whether it's meant to have 3 different gaps for putting things in or not. That seems a bit strange to me because normally you've only got 1, which suggests that some of the tiles might be missing. But I don't know. I assume so, but well, we'll see. But yeah, my very first twisty puzzle ever was the 3-layer Whippet. I was 10 years old in about 1980, and that was the first one I ever had, and I was extremely proud of myself when I actually figured out how to solve the thing by myself. I was absolutely chuffed with myself when I figured that out, and that basically started me on my journey of enjoying twisty puzzles right there and then. So again, I wanted to add one of these to my collection. Now, I would actually want a 3-layer one at some point, just for sentimental value. They're not difficult to solve, they're just little slidey puzzles, but yeah, I definitely wanted one to add to the collection. And, another 1x1x1, okay? I wonder if there's 8 in there. And another 3x3 octagonal barrel. It's amusing to me that none of these are solved. I wonder who had a collection of these but couldn't solve any of them. But yeah, as I said, I've already got a number of these, or sorry, I've already got one of these, so this one will be going on eBay. This one is it's a different stick pattern, but yeah, this one's actually better quality. The stickers are much nicer quality on this one, but yeah, it feels like it turns okay and it's in reasonably good condition. And guess what? Another octagonal barrel. Yeah, another different colour scheme. I'll have to solve all these before I sell them. A sticker that's got misplaced there, unfortunately, but the rest look like they're in decent condition. Yeah, not a lot to add to that since it's already got 2 more of them out of the box. And this thing, I can't for the life of me remember the name of this thing, which is an interesting little puzzle that I've seen before. I see if I can remember I'm sure it just turns something like that. Something's got to turn somewhere. But nothing wants to right now. I'm going to look at this. And I can't for the life of me remember the name of this thing. I know I've seen it before, but I simply can't bring the name to mind. If you do know the name, then please do let me know. If you know how to turn it, please let me know as well, because I don't want to do anything right now. I was sure that these would turn like that, which would suggest it's kind of like a Mega Minx if that was the case, actually, or a Killer Minx with 5 corners. Actually, that would make sense, but no, there's too many of each colour for that, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yellows by the look of it. Yeah, I can't get that to do anything, so I'm a bit confused by that right now. I'll have to work on that later and see what it does. And next is this thing, Rubiks Revolution, which doesn't really interest me. It's not really a twisty puzzle as such, and there's a sticker missing, which once again the seller didn't bother to mention in the auction, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I'm not even sure exactly. Yeah, you have to kind of chase the lights around the puzzle or something, I think. I don't know if it's got batteries in, or it doesn't seem to have. Don't even know how you open it. Although there just seems to be a hole there that maybe has a screw in it to get to the batteries. I'll have a look at it because I'm curious, but this will probably be one of the things I will be selling. And another 1x1x1. And another 1x1x1. 3x3, is that regular size? Yep, pretty much. I don't know if it's no idea what brand it is. It feels like cheap junk, so not really worth anything, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a genuine Rubiks or anything like that. Hard to tell, to be honest, but yeah, it feels like cheap dollar store, pound store rubbish, to be honest. Yeah, not really interesting. Another 3x3, which is a horrendous pink colour. Don't really know much about it. I assume it's just a kind of dollar store thing again. This one's at least an attempt at solving and an attempt at pulling a sticker off. I'm a bit annoyed about some of these stickers. They should mention in the auction that this is the case. Oh, another one that's in a box, so presumably another genuine Rubik's Cube, although there's no actual label on the cube, so that makes me wonder. There's no logo on there. Well, this one feels like better quality. It actually says, what does it say? Wonderful Puzzler on the box. No idea what that means. I don't know if it's a brand that was sold or... But yeah, that actually feels like a decent quality cube. It's not a speed cube like a Diane's Anti or anything, but it feels like a decent quality cube. But if anybody can tell me anything about that, I'd be very interested to know. Oops. And a little 2x2 pocket cube. Yep, that's a Rubik's mini cube. So the standard mini cube quality. It's okay, but it's certainly not great. That's a standard feel of these little Rubik mini cubes from my experience. But yeah, at least it's a genuine Rubik's one. But yeah, you won't be winning any speed solving competitions with this thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I'll probably keep that one because again, it's nice to have a genuine Rubik's brand one in their collection. Some more packaging. As you can probably hear, there's still plenty of stuff in there. Let's just move some of these out of the way so I don't break anything. He's just knocking everything over. Then next is this, which is a Scoob Ultimate. Feels like the stickers are genuine Mephits ones, which is nice. You can tell because they've got this like textured fluorescent stickers on them, so there's a couple of little marks on them, but nothing major. So this will be one of the ones that's up for sale on eBay, simply because I already own one. But yeah, it's a fun little puzzle. It's just a shape model of the Scoob, which is made more difficult because the pieces have orientation, and it's like any shape model, it kind of skews your perspective somewhat and makes things a little bit more difficult. It's a fun puzzle, not horrendously challenging, but not trivially easy either. So yeah, it's quite fun. Next is a 4x4 Rubiks Revenge with some horrible bubbling in the stickers. What on earth's gone on there? That is awful. I had one of these again back in the 80s. I think it was 83 or 84. I got it for Christmas when they first came out. Couldn't solve it for the life of me. I don't know what's happened to those. I don't know whether they've been glued on or been next to a heat source or what, but it's just destroyed the stickers. Horrible big bubbles in them. That's very, very disappointing. And this one's been moved in some way. But yeah, it certainly feels like a genuine Rubiks Revenge. Like I said, I had one of these back in the 80s. It actually popped on me and fell apart, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to put the thing back together. It had this weird ball core thing that I'd never seen before, and yeah, it was I never managed to get it back together again, but so I never really had a chance to try and figure out how to solve it, but I'm not convinced I would have been able to anyway, really. But yeah, I might solve that, see how it looks, but yeah, I'm really not happy about the quality of those stickers. Again, it wasn't mentioned in the auction at all. Next is Algal Grief, a horrendous Charles and Diana 3x3. Now, I'm no fan of the royals anyway, so this is not something I'd want to keep anyway. So yeah, I'll probably put this. I don't know if it's worth anything. It's obviously a commemoration of Charles and Diana's wedding, which was what, 82, 81, 82, something like that. But yeah, that is pretty tacky and awful, I think. But I don't know if it's got any value for people who collect royal memorabilia. So once again, that'll probably go up on eBay. And another 3x3, which has got strange butterfly stickers, and yet again damaged stickers. Very disappointed with that again. But this Genzyme, whatever on earth that might mean. Oh, apparently it seems to be a genuine Rubiks product. It's got Rubiks logo on there. So yeah, that's not actually quite so bad then. Yeah, it actually feels like reasonably decent quality as well, actually, as it happens. But it's a shame about that one sticker there. I'm definitely going to be contacting the seller about that and see if I can get a refund, because it's really disappointing the quality of some of these puzzles. There was no mention of them being damaged in the auction whatsoever. Alright, so next, this is one I wanted. This is a Babylon Tower, which again is like with the top popping out. What's going on there then? It's like a... Oh, that's weird. Well, I was going to say it's like the Whippet, but there's no... It's a slidey puzzle, but there's no gaps to slide any of the balls into. So, how do you scramble it if you can't slide the balls around? That's very strange. Oh. Oh, hang on. So, just... Oh no, that one as well. Some of these balls pressed down, does that... Ah! That makes more sense. Now you can move them around. Now I've got a gap to slide things into. Okay, that's strange, wasn't it? Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know they did that. But yeah, it's a Babylon Tower. It's very much like the Whippet, but again, you can see that the that's actually not quite sold properly. That these are switched. You can see that each tower, each side of the tower, has like a gradient in the colours. So you can, there's an order in which the balls need to be sold. Again, that yellow side's not solved either, because it's supposed to go from light to dark, top to bottom. So yeah, another one I've wanted in my collection for quite a while. I'm not sure why that pressed in at the top either. I might try to look into that further. But yeah, there's two balls that press in that allow the other ones to move across the top, which is how you scramble it. So that's interesting. That's fun. That I never knew that. Learn something new every day. So yeah, that one looks like it's in decent condition at least. So yeah, I'm happy that this is definitely one of the ones out of the collection that I wanted to keep, that I bought this auction for. This is definitely one of them. So yeah, happy with that one. Alright, so next is another picture cube, which I can't tell what that is. Oh, it's E.T. I think. Yeah, there you go. It's an E.T. picture cube. Very old by the look of it. No idea whether it's a genuine Rubiks brand or anything else. It doesn't feel like a Rubiks one. It feels quite low quality. But yeah, might be of interest to somebody who likes movie memorabilia or something. But yeah, that'll be one of the ones I put up for sale on eBay. I think I'll solve it so people can see the pictures though before I put it up. Next is another 3x3 with some damaged stickers yet again, and no Rubiks logo, so presumably just dollar store Rubiks. But having said that, it does feel like a reasonably good quality cube. Doesn't feel like cheap junk actually, so I think it might actually be a genuine Rubik cube by the feel of that. But yeah, nothing interesting really. Next is another octagonal barrel, and this one's actually solved. Makes a nice change. Next is, I've just realised what all those things. I've been stupid through this unboxing. I just realised what these, that I was calling 1x1x1s were. These were the things that came in this box. Duh, that's very stupid. I'm not entirely sure what you meant to do with it. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. But yeah, I can't believe I was being so stupid with those. And I didn't know that was in there. A Rubiks 360. I bought one of these not too long ago. However, it turned out not to be a genuine thing, and the mechanism inside didn't work like the proper Rubiks 360 at all. So I've got this one that's in a box instead, so yeah, that'll be a nice one. I ended up throwing the other thing away because it didn't work how it was meant to, so I'll probably keep this one. But yeah, it's not really a twisty puzzle as such, it's more of a kind of dexterity thing, I think, rather than a twisty puzzle. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, I think. Interesting for people to see. So yeah, that one I will definitely keep in the collection. And I think that might be the last thing after the box. Oh no, there's one more thing in there, which is another picture cube. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it looks like a RNLI, which is the Royal National Lifeboat Institution in this country. So it's obviously a promotional item for those. So yeah, that's quite interesting. It's obviously reasonably recent because it's got a website address on there, so it's obviously not an ancient 80s thing or anything like that. But once again, unsolved, so I'll have to solve that. You can see it says lifeboats across the middle of one side. It's supposed to. So yeah, I'll solve that and see what it looks like when it's finished solving it. Alright then guys, that's the last thing out of that box. Obviously it's not, there's some less than great quality puzzles in there, but some of them are pretty decent, and as I said, some of them will be for sale on eBay, so check the video description for links to the auctions. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care now, bye.